Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Literary Heroes. I have multiple guests with me today. Each of them will be presenting their view on today's topic. From the Vigilante Fan Club, we have Mr. Shepard. Hello, glad to be here. From the American Way, we have Captain Flint. Glad to be of service. From the Unaffiliated Superheroes Union, we have Mr. Jackson Jones. G'day, mate. Welcome all. Our topic today is recommending different superheroes that characters from fiction should play. Our first actor is Hamlet from William Shakespeare's Hamlet. Let's start with you, Mr. Shepard. Now, let's see. Hamlet is a character who is always depressed or obsessed with revenge, but he is also intelligent by faking madness in order to work without suspicion. I believe that Hamlet would be an excellent actor to portray the Batman. And what makes you say that? There are many similarities between these characters. Both lost parents, which made them distraught, and both received messages from these parents to avenge their death. Hamlet could rely on his dark emotions in order to present the Dark Knight. His excellent choice of separating himself with the madness can be molded into the separation of the bat and the man. All in all, Hamlet can be an actor for the Caped Crusader. Very interesting. Now, Captain Flint, who do you suggest Hamlet portrays? Hamlet's goal throughout the play is to bring justice for his father's murder. For this reason alone, I suggest Hamlet to be the actor for a Green Lantern. That is a very interesting choice. Would you care to explain more? Why, of course. Hamlet is driven by his goal to find the truth behind the murder and be able to present the evidence. He even writes a play while seeking the truth. These can all be focused into the character of a Green Lantern. These superheroes are space detectives and they seek to find out the truth to bring the perpetrator to justice. A Green Lantern can create physical constructs from their willpower. These constructs are used in the pursuit of the principles set out before them. Hamlet has the willpower to overcome his emotions in order to seek the evidence. Hamlet is a portrayal of the Green Lantern's light. That is a very compelling argument. Now we move on to Mr. Jones. Who do you think Hamlet should portray? It's obvious that Hamlet should act as Spider-Man. Do you have any reasons behind this choice? Sure, there's the death of someone close to heart, the mission for justice and all that, but there's the wisecracking wordplay with Polonius that matches Spider-Man perfectly. Hamlet can have fun when he wants, just like Spider-Man. Fascinating. Would you like to add anything else? Nope. Okay. Moving on, our next prospective actor is Randall Patrick Mcmurphy from Ken Kesey's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Let's start with you this time, Captain Flint. What superhero should Mcmurphy portray? Mcmurphy is a character who is always trying to have fun. He is most memorable for his laugh, but he stands up for what is right. He would make an excellent Shazam. Shazam is optimistic and protective. He also tries to follow the heroic example of Superman. Interesting. Any other reasons? McMurphy is on the ward because he wants to avoid doing work, but he still does good by waking the men on the ward. Shazam is a kid in a hero's body and exemplifies this work ethic. All McMurphy needs to do is say Shazam, and he has the same powers. Well explained. Jackson, who do you think McMurphy should portray? As Captain Flint said, McMurphy is always trying to have fun. The superhero who's always cracking jokes is Plastic Man. There's also the fact that McMurphy keeps on coming back to the fight with Miss Nurse Ratched. Plastic Man is a shapeshifter. Whenever he gets beaten down, he just pops right back up. Intriguing. Do you have any expansion to this idea? Why do you keep on asking that? Moving on. Mr. Shepard, who should McMurphy depict on the big screen? McMurphy may be cracking jokes, but that is just a cover. He's a person controlled by his past. He is constantly moving around. He has no real home. This is the same as the superhero Cyborg. I don't recall Cyborg being a vigilante. He is not officially a vigilante, but he carries all the traits that would make him one. Plus, he matches McMurphy, which is what you wanted, right? Well, yes. Please, continue. Cyborg got his bionics from an untested cybernetic enhancement treatment, but it's excluded him from everyone else. He may be a hero, but his past makes him a vigilante. Well put. Our next actor is Horatio from Shakespeare's Hamlet. Let's start with Jackson's opinion this time.
Horatio is that character who is loyal to death. He is smart, cautious, and gives good advice. He is Robin.
Robin, as in Batman's sidekick?
Yes, Horatio is loyal to Hamlet as Robin is loyal to Batman. Robin is also the light in Batman's gloom, just as Horatio cheers up Hamlet. Robin is a child at heart. He is smart, probably cautious for his line of work, and gives Batman advice on occasion. This is the same as Horatio. They're both the sidekicks in their stories.
That actually makes sense. Now, Mr. Shepard, who do you think that Horatio should characterize? I'm thinking the same way as Mr. Jones here. Horatio is loyal, but he is also his own person, and the one who is taken to see the ghost. He is more independent than Robin. Therefore, he should portray Nightwing. By Nightwing, you mean Robin, but older. Older and wiser. He takes care of his own city, but is still loyal to the Batman. He's the second best detective after Batman, and gives advice to him, most of which is ignored. Horatio and Nightwing are very similar characters. Fascinating. Captain Flint, what do you think? It seems we all went down the sidekick route with Horatio. I think that he would be a great Falcon. Horatio is kind, loyal, and smart. Falcon is always there for Captain America, with some kind words and an insight into the problem at hand. They are virtually the same character. Not much more can be said. Our next potential performer is King Hamlet's ghost. Let's start with your opinion, Mr. Shepard. The ghost is one of those characters who cannot do anything themselves. He gets others to do the tasks for him. He also knows what is going on around him, though. For these reasons, the ghost should portray Oracle. By Oracle, you mean the computer manager for Batman? Yes, they are never in the field, yet they provide useful information for Batman, just based on their computer skills. Interesting idea. Captain, what is your opinion? I believe that the ghost has the potential to be Professor Xavier. The same idea where they give information to others? In general, yes, but Professor Xavier also is the one who hands out the missions to the X-Men, and has all the information on who they can trust. People don't trust him, though, because he could just be reading their minds, and that is similar to everyone's doubt in the ghost as the prey progresses. That is an intriguing idea. Jackson, what do you think?
The ghost is a character who is giving information. He knows when he can appear at opportune times in order to receive attention. This is a fourth wall breaker. He should be Deadpool.
This is an unorthodox idea. Would you care to explain more?
No, but I should probably give more information. Deadpool is aware that he is in a comic book. He uses this to his advantage. This is similar to how the ghost is aware of what has happened and uses this knowledge in order to orchestrate his revenge against his brother through young Hamlet. Is that good enough for you?
That is absolutely fine. Now for our final actor, we have Laertes, son of Polonius and a scholar. Captain, which superhero should he present for the film? Laertes is a character who is controlled by honor. He honors his father by listening to his advice, and he wants to avenge his death. He is also protective of his own honor, knowing that he has to fight Hamlet. These traits can be used to more easily portray Red Tornado. That is an inventive correlation. Please continue. Laertes is controlled by past actions of others. Red Tornado is trying to make up for the evil doings of his dark side. They are very similar characters. Plus, there is the travel speed between France and Denmark that could help represent Red Tornado's flying speed. Well explained. Jax, who do you think Laertes should play?
Captain Flint here is right about the honor-bound role of Laertes. But there's also the action before thought motif that he shows after Polonius' death. He should be the Flash.
That is a good choice. Are there any other reasons?
The Flash is mad at Eobard Thawne for killing his mother, but the Flash will not have his powers without this Eobard. And then he nearly destroys time in the process of revenge. This is similar to Laertes being mad at Hamlet because he killed his father, but then he asked questions as to why his father was killed. Both the Flash and Laertes run and act before they think about the cause and effects of what they do.
Well put. Shepard, would you care to enlighten us about your opinion?
Laertes is the Green Arrow.
Would you care to explain a bit more?
They are both avenging their father's death by seeking out the person who caused it. They both return to their cities angry from grief. They both give up being villains when the people who caused the pain apologize, but they continue to fight for honor and to protect themselves. Laertes tells Hamlet that Claudius is the real villain, and the Green Arrow takes down threats to the city that the police force cannot handle alone.
That is a lot of correlations. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to Literary Heroes! A special thanks to my guests, and keep your ears open for our next episode.
Justice is always around the corner. Let's get nuts.
I'm here to fight for the truth, justice, and the American way.
No matter how many times you save the world, no matter what, it always ends up back in danger.
We'll see you next time. Literary Heroes!